NHL players back at the Olympics for the first time in 12 years, and I don't think it could have been any better. You talk about the script that was written here in Milan. You think back to Canada, Czechia, right? And what a scare that was. And then USA in Sweden, and what a scare that was. And then it's USA, Canada in the gold medal game. So, of course, it goes to overtime. Like, who's writing this script?
I mean, if you were to create a documentary, this is the perfect documentary and the perfect place to start it. I mean, just incredible. You know, we come here, NHL, first time they're back in the Olympics in years. What could we have expected? Well, Canada, USA in the final. And the way that this game unfolded with just amazing Herculean performances by Connor Hellebuck, Jack Hughes in overtime. We talk about the brothers factor, the Tkachuks, the Hughes, Johnny Gaudreau, his family in the house. And then we're also talking about Canada, Sidney Crosby being injured, Connor McDavid having a historic Olympics with NHL participation, Macklin Celebrini, the passing of the torch a little bit.
Goodness.
So we think of it like our experience seeing this firsthand in all the games we've seen. And we're not even talking about the other teams, the other countries, Sweden, Finland winning bronze. I mean, we were there for that game. Amazing stuff. Slovakia being the Cinderella story.
The U.S. women win gold.
It's U.S. women goal against Canada in amazing fashion, in overtime, nonetheless, with an amazing goal by Megan Keller. So we look at all of these things and we wrap it up, and it's just what better way for the NHL to come back to the Olympics this way.
I love what Jack Hughes told us when we talked to him after the golden goal. He said, look, this is for all the guys that came before us and all the kids that are watching right now that will be the next ones. You talk about growing the game. How much does this grow the sport of hockey?
Well, millions of kids are inspired by this moment, this game. And millions of kids in Canada and U.S. woke up early to watch this game because of the time zone change. They woke up, they're there, they had their coffees, they had their milks, whatever you want to call it. They were there, they enjoyed the experience, they enjoyed the moment, enjoyed probably one of the greatest games I've ever seen live, and on TV it would have been just the same.
Yeah. How about the atmosphere in that building? We've talked atmosphere a lot, and just the different, like the European fans here were such a treat to watch, jumping around with Czechia and whatnot. But the atmosphere, you mentioned it, Canada, U.S., like goosebumps the entire game watching that one.
You know, the sport isn't here without the fan base in the NHL or internationally. And I mean, a credit goes out to the fans. I mean, they came in droves. They were amazing. They cheered for both teams. It was so incredible, and it was so inspiring to watch that what we do as athletes, having it played and now being in the media, impacts so many people's lives in such a positive way. So, I mean, kudos to the fan base and Milan as a whole.
All right, we've been here in Italy 2 weeks now. We've seen 27 hockey games.
And
That is our home away from home. But how would you sum up our experience here? Just getting the pulse of the city. We've been everywhere.
Journalistic integrity has been the name of our game here.
You haven't had it for 2 weeks.
Come on.
I'm finishing
I mean, those glasses.
Strong.
Come on, be a little serious.
I'm trying to.
Should I join you?
No, it's sunny out here.
Should I join you?
Sure, go for it.
All right. I mean,
how fun was this?
It was amazing. I mean, once in a lifetime experience. You know, having competed and now be able to do it on the other side of it and look beautiful doing it.
Oh, yeah.
We got to eat.
Still
we got
subject.
to drink water and a lot of espressos, and we got to watch just some of the best hockey we're ever going to get to see.
Yeah, a lot of question marks. We talked question marks about goaltending and rosters, question marks about the Olympics, right? And this rink and the ice surface. Nobody talked about it when we were here. It was all about the game and the purity of the game and how good that was.
Well, so many times we saw fans, we got to listen. We're kind of like flies on the wall, and everybody said, hey, if we walk in, rink's actually great. It's a great experience. There was no bad seat in that building. You know, there's no bad seat anywhere in this house, and there's no better place to be than Milan to have celebrated this Olympics, you know, all the sports, but, you know, this hockey game specifically, just incredible experience.
All right, my Italian is still not very good after 2 weeks, but I did learn one phrase, prima stella del giorno, right? The first star of the day. We've been doing that throughout this trip, and I think it has to go to just Milan because it was a spectacular experience. Yeah.
Wow, Milan, you win. Perfect.
We
I
all
don't have to hear you.
No, you're good.
Venti macchiato.
It's as good as it gets.
USA
I've had way
team.
too many espressos. It's time to head home. Buddy, it's been a pleasure. It was so much fun. Wouldn't have wanted to work with anybody else. It was incredible.
Oh, you're going to make me cry.
I know. So we'll do it again in 4 years.
No,
French Alps.
I quit.
In France, right?
Oui,
Get
oui.
the baguettes ready. Until
ben.
then, ciao from Milan. NHL Tonight rolls on. Thanks for watching.